Hi,
guys.
hi, hi.
Welcome back to the
Hey.
pod. We're in really great moods.
Ha
We
ha
feel
ha ha.
amazing.
I feel absolutely peaceful
At peace.
and really at peace. Um, I feel great.
Honestly, never felt better. Never
Oh
felt
my
better.
God. So
Um,
funny.
how was your week?
Uh, um, yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, the highlight of my week
Yeah.
is The Car by Arctic Monkeys,
Oh
seventh studio
yeah.
album, out October
You want to hear
21st.
something crazy? I totally forgot.
I'm absolutely weak. That's
Like until you
that's
just said it, I forgot.
it's literally the only thing keeping me from like ending up on the national news. Like I literally, oh my God, this week I have felt a different emotion every day. Like
Mm.
ridiculous. I got my time of the month this week. So it's been a little crazy for me hormones wise. When I get my period, this is definitely TMI, but I really don't give a shit. Um when I get my period, it's not even like the physical stuff that gets me. Like I have a very light period and my cramps usually only happen like once or twice on the first day and that's it. What gets me is that I like have a whole week before of like really bad depression and
Right.
like hormones and emotions and then the week of also, and sometimes it bleeds into the week after. Like
It's like
it's
you can't win. It's
I
like if you
have
don't have the
like
physical
exactly.
shit,
No,
you're gonna have the
that's the
mental
thing
shit.
is that's why I hate seeing tweets that are like, if you only have a 1 day bleeding period with no cramps, you're God's favorite. Because it's like, no, I have psychological warfare. Like psychological warfare where I lack, I gain. And that it's almost worse. I wish I had cramps instead, to be honest.
Mm.
Like like today, angry as hell since 9 a.m. with no respite. It has been 13 hours. I've been mad for 13 hours now.
You think
Do
that's a
you?
record?
Oh, yeah.
Love
I'm
that.
actually not that angry of a person. I get annoyed, but I'm not that angry of a person. This has been the longest I've been actually mad, like ever.
Could you like white boy punch a wall?
I
That mad?
almost white boy punch a wall. Like I was sitting at my job, like head in hands, enraged.
Mm.
I was like, what am I even mad at? I wasn't even mad at anything. I'm not mad at anything. It's just that I was just mad. I woke up, eyes open, mad as fuck, like angry as hell. And then everything after that, I was like, are you actually serious? Like I literally, I was like, I couldn't talk to anyone. I just stopped responding to people for like hours on end because whatever
Right.
I thought of was like rude as hell. And I was like, I need to not talk to people right now because if I do, I'm going to say something, it's going to hurt feelings and it's not going to be my intention and it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
So I just like, there was like an hour where I just I had like my phone on do not disturb like half of the day. There was just an hour I turned my like I put my phone turned it off, not all the way off, but you know what I mean. And I just like sat there and hyper focused on the task I was doing. And I was like listening to like uh really punky music, just fucking
Oh,
filled with
perfect.
anger, just
Perfect.
angry as hell, like entering data, the most pissed off I've ever been. Like,
Okay, but was that not fun?
no, it wasn't.
Okay.
Today was
You're
not
right.
fun. I was so mad that my walk, which usually takes me about an hour and a half, took me about 45 minutes. I was that angry. I cut my walk in half. That's how angry I was.
You were like, dun, 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 dun.
Literally stomped out of the
Oh
house
my God.
and got home. I left the
Oh
house
my
at like
God.
6:40. I got home before by like 7:30. It's like
Gee.
mad as hell. It's kind of funny. I'm calm now. I'm
That's
calmer now.
good. Well, hopefully you wake up tomorrow feeling like completely better. The anger had
I
like
imagine I'm
settled
just like angry as
the
hell the
rest of
entire
your life.
weekend. Great.
Oh my
Anyways,
god.
how about you? I'm sure you had a great day.
Oh, my day.
Your week?
My week. Oh my god. I don't remember my week because I never remember my week. Um, I really don't. I don't know what happened. I've just been like drifting. My day was really bad. I was angry today as well. I felt emotions I never thought I could possibly feel.
Yeah.
Um, betrayal, a big one.
Betrayal.
Betrayal. I don't know. I'm not doing well. I've been going through it like oh, I've been going through it like mentally. I oh, you know what I did this week? Oh, I remember now. So this is another TMI kind of thing, but it was this guy's birthday this week that I used to know, and like it brought up so much shit. Like when you know someone's birthday is their birthday and like you remember what they like how awful they are to you, it like brings up shit. And you can only think about that the whole day. It's so frustrating. You ever
Julian
had that?
Casablancas?
I wish. No, it's this guy. He used to have the
No, I
same birthday as Julian. So like I was pissed off the whole day because I was just remembering just some bullshit. And I was like, but it's also Julian's birthday. But like I don't know, that already like set me up for like having like a weird like mental thing all week because I've been just thinking
yeah.
about how my trust has been like broken
Yeah.
by a lot of people and I just have been in like the worst like mental state of my life honestly this week and then just things keep like adding up. So it's so fun.
I
I wonder what
definitely
else is
feel
gonna
that.
go wrong.
I wonder what else can go wrong. Because excuse me, I just burped. We're like really at the bottom of the barrel right now.
No, literally. Oh,
So
you
how
know
much
what went wrong
lower?
with me? I went out to eat to Olive Garden. My stomach hurts.
Not your
My
tummy
stomach
hurted.
hurts. And I am bloated as heck. Sometimes food does that. That's why we have food preferences. Because certain foods will really mess up your tom tom.
No. I Oh, that was your
That was my
segue.
yeah, that was my
I'm
segue.
just so blind with rage that
Yeah,
I
no, literally.
um
Me too.
food preferences.
Food preferences. That's our topic for the week. By the way,
That
if that
was our
wasn't clear
topic.
enough.
That was
That was
our
our topic
topic last
last
week.
week, but we were
But
like
Arctic
birds of
Monkeys
monkeys.
decided to come
Yeah.
back while we were on a mini hiatus, so we
Mm.
had to catch up.
Oh, of course.
So
Um,
food preferences.
now with food, are you picky sometimes? Because I know you bake a lot and you cook a lot. Have you ever had a point in your life where you were like super picky, you wouldn't try things?
Um, I never not try things.
Mm.
Um, I'm not picky. I eat almost everything.
You have a wide palette, I feel
Yeah,
like.
there are very few foods, and I feel like that's due to the way I was raised.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I was raised on like my parents weren't giving me like chicken tenders and french fries for dinner, you know? Like my mom is and my dad are both very connected and engrossed in their personal families, you know, food culture and stuff
Mm-hmm.
like that, and they're similar cultures. And I partially grew up at my grandmother's house, and so I was growing up on her cooking as well. So a lot of the food that I was eating growing up, you know, is a lot of quote unquote grown up food, you know. Like comparing it to like my cousin and his kids, like they are very picky, you know, whenever they go out, whenever we have like a family thing and they come, like they always have to like set aside like chicken tenders and french fries for these kids. Which I'm not gonna make any comments on that, but like it's very strange, especially like with the cousin it is. But but yeah, like I was never like that growing up. Of course, you know, I fuck with a chicken nugget, you know, I love that shit. But
Mm-hmm.
I do I've always liked a lot of different types of cuisines and foods. However, I do have some foods that I either used to have a hard time eating and now, you know, it's getting better. I can eat
Mm.
them in small quantities, or I cannot handle them. You know, I just do not want to see them. I don't
What's
want
an
them on my
example of that?
Well, I used to have a thing with mushrooms and eggs that
Ooh.
it wasn't like a taste thing. It
Texture,
was a
right?
texture thing.
Oh
I
yeah,
hated
mushrooms have the worst texture on the planet,
yeah,
but the flavor, they're so
it's good.
weird.
I
No, it's
like the
good, but
flavor.
sometimes, oh, I love mushrooms, but sometimes they
They
taste like wet dog. Am I
like
wrong?
I think it depends on how you cook it because
True.
they mostly take on the taste of what you cook them with,
True,
but
like a
they do have
broth or like
yeah,
something. Yeah.
but they do have their own like earthy type of mild taste. I love the taste of them. I like mushroom flavored things, you know, like if I have like a chicken marsala or a beef stroganoff, like I love the taste of them and things. It's just that I really now I will eat them. I don't mind them. Like the texture is a little easier for me now. But before like I was like I can't do this. Like I would eat them and I'm like I'm gonna throw up. But
Mm.
now it's like I'll eat them, but I really do have to be in the mood for them. And eggs, I'm better with eggs. Like I'll have
So, like, what kind of eggs we talking? Like raw eggs, scrambled eggs, or just any?
just like scrambled and like cooked eggs, you
Okay.
know? I can't do hard boiled. I'm sorry. Hard boiled, soft boiled. I can't fucking
Whoa.
do
How
that
about
shit.
deviled eggs?
I'm not touching that shit. I'm sorry. I can't
Yeah.
do that. It's gross. I'm sorry. Like what? I love a fried egg though. You know, like a fried egg with the
Oh yeah.
with the runny yolk. So
Ooh,
good.
dip your toast in that?
Exactly.
Delish.
Or
But I
like
feel like that's so different, like, texture than, like,
well, yeah,
most egg
because
dishes.
and also like when I eat eggs, I eat them with other things. So it's
Yeah,
like, you know, I'll have it with like bacon or toast or English muffin or like one time I had it over rice, you know? Like so I have it with other things, so I'm not just eating it by itself, I'm eating it with something else, so it kind of makes it a little easier
right.
for me to eat. Um but yeah, one of the foods I just don't fuck with right now and will not fuck with peas. I think I've said it
Oh,
before.
yeah, you have. You ever think you hate that they're, like, in
They are
random
my
things.
they are my
Oh,
biggest op.
you know
They
what
are
I
my
hate?
biggest op.
When I'm eating, like, a cup of noodles, like, the
Mhm.
ramen, and there's peas in it. You
Mm.
ever get those?
I hate
Ooh,
but those peas, I can't stand them.
no.
They don't ta there's they like you bite into them, it's like powder.
No, literally, they're so
It's the
bad. I'm
worst. The
saying they're, like,
texture is
I feel like
crazy.
the other, like, vegetables in the thing taste way better.
Yeah.
A
The
food
thing
that,
is,
like, oh, go on.
oh, I was just gonna say, like with peas, the only time I really accept them is in fried rice.
Yeah,
Because
I
that
could
is
see that,
like
yeah.
the only context in which they make sense.
Ooh, with the chicken flavored rice. Ooh,
Yeah, like
so good.
fried rice, that is the only context that they've ever made sense to me. So I will eat them in that. But everything else, get the fuck out of here. Who invited you? Seriously.
Yeah.
Anyways,
A
what were you
a
saying?
food a food that, like, okay, I love bananas, like, I eat bananas almost daily, but if I chew them for too long, I gag.
I get that.
You
You're
get that?
so
Or, like,
real.
yogurt, anything like that, if, like, I think about the texture, oh, I eat a lot of, like, toast with peanut butter every morning, but if I
Hmm.
chew it for too long, I have to throw up, and
See,
it's from
that's
the texture.
yeah. Yeah. The thing is that like apparently in order to like properly digest food, you have to chew it to an applesauce texture. Which is just kind of
Oh.
like a nightmare though, because getting a food that's like toast that is hard to an applesauce texture is like the
Oh,
worst possible. And it
yeah.
takes forever, first of all. And second of all, it's like the worst experience of any. Like I literally,
I hate chewing food. If I could just, like,
yeah,
like, gulp
I
it all
know
down.
that
Oh my god,
like,
you know Kirby? The
yeah,
character
you're
Kirby? If I
absolutely
go,
real,
"Oh,
real.
oh,
Yes, I have
oh,
Kirby.
wait."
I have a Kirby.
Or, like, Pac-Man. "Ah, bop, bop, bop."
Oh,
Oh
I
my
can't
god, my
find
impression hour.
your impression. Oh, I found him. My Kirby.
Yay. Oh, I have that one too, I think.
But
Um,
yeah,
yeah, so I get you with the texture thing, but also,
yeah.
like, it plays into chewing with me too.
Hmm. What's your favorite like cuisine?
I'll eat any pasta.
You're so valid.
But I love all Italian food, probably because 'cause I'm Italian.
Yeah,
But, like,
real.
like, tonight I had pasta, it made me sick because I'm lactose intolerant,
I'll roll.
but, and I had a lot of cheese. I
Wait, what did
really
you have? Like Alfredo?
baked ziti with a bunch of cheese on
Oh,
top. Yeah, ugh. It was good, let me just say, but
Mm,
made me sick. But, that's, like, my favorite. I love ziti. I love spaghetti. Spaghetti's a classic.
mm,
Ooh. Or chicken cacciatore.
real.
Yes.
I
I
love
actually like that better than, like, regular spaghetti.
I love a chicken marsala.
Ooh.
The like dark, like beefy pot. Oh, so good. So good.
So,
Or
is
like a
Italian, like, also your fave?
I wouldn't say it's my favorite cuisine.
Ooh.
I don't have I don't think I have like a set favorite. I have like a
Mm.
top five that interchangeably becomes like the like the front man. You know, it's like
Yeah.
my favorite cuisines are like a band and they take turns being the
Your
singer.
favorite, yeah. Actually, I feel you on that, though.
Like
Like, all food, anytime.
like as of late, it's been like Mexican food or
Mm.
like yeah, I would say Mexican food. Like it's been like, just which is so good.
Oh,
So
for
good.
sure. That's,
They
like, my
really
second favorite.
they got some like beef, some corn and some onions and they really just like did the thing, you know? They really get it.
Do onions fuck you up or what?
Oh no, I love that. I love that shit.
No, me too,
I
but they fuck
love
me
that
up.
shit.
My body is, like, dead for days after.
I don't even
Rushing in the
notice if it happens.
bathroom,
If it
stomach's
happens, I don't even
bloating.
care. Maybe onions are the center of my all of my issues. I don't care.
No,
I'm
but they're
not going to
so
give them
good.
up.
Onions are, like, my fave.
Onions
I could
and
bite a
garlic,
freaking bite out of an onion. Garlic?
literally.
Garlic on anything.
Garlic is so good.
I love garlic. It makes
Wait,
everything better.
you saying that you would take a bite out of an onion reminded me
Of
of a
Shrek?
time. No, it
Okay.
reminded me of a time that I used to go to this lady's house to be like babysat. It was like me and a couple other kids, and she had this daughter, and the daughter had like a similar name to me, and I idolized her. I thought she was so pretty.
Oh,
And I remember one time I went over and they were, the lady was watching me, and the daughter was like had like a date that she was going on, and she was like eating a raw onion before the date.
was she trying to, like, ward
And
the guy off?
well, yeah. And I was like, why are you eating a raw onion? And I was like in elementary school, I was like, why is she eating an onion? And she was like, oh, I have a date. And like they never like said it, but like it just like clicked now that she probably did not want to be on this date with this guy
Oh
or
my god.
wasn't
Wait, but, like,
excited about the
why did the,
date.
like, theatrics,
That's
like,
well,
say,
it's
"I don't
funny you
wanna
say
go on a date
theatrics because she did like the school theater. She did school theater, but it was
with"
just really funny. I was like, that's so cool. I was like, wow, does that like get you like a boyfriend or something? I was like, hmm. I was like,
It
that's
does.
interesting. That's an interesting approach, you know. But
Yeah.
I love onions. But
Oh, okay, a fruit or I guess vegetable, I don't know what it is. A tomato, that's one thing I'll eat raw, I'll eat it whole. I
oh,
love
I love
tomatoes.
tomatoes. I feel like tomatoes get a bad reputation. I'm so glad you're a tomato
I'm a
enjoyer.
I love tomatoes. I
We
love just
are
eating them. I would eat, like, a bunch a day if I could.
We are
Always out
tomato
there for them.
truthers.
No,
Two
for
peas on
real.
a pod. We are tomato truthers on here. If you hate tomatoes, I literally don't care. My dad grows tomatoes. They are so
Mhm.
good. I
Tomatoes are
could,
the best.
they are
Wait, are they a
so
fruit or a
good.
vegetable? They're a fruit, right?
Well, they're a little sweet.
And they got seeds?
Yeah, and they're juicy.
Yeah,
I really don't care what they are because they're good.
they are, they're so good.
They're
Because you
so
can have
good.
them as, like, a sweet thing, you can have them as, like, a savory thing.
Exactly.
They're, like,
They
everything.
they're a great snack. They're
They're good for you?
They are good for you. They're good in a lot, you know, like they're very versatile. You could have them as a salad, you could have them as
Mhm.
a sauce. You can
Mm.
they're so good. They're
You like
just so
tomatoes?
good.
I mean, wait, you like tomatoes, obviously, you like ketchup? That's the thing. Do you like ketchup, though? Because that's different, right?
I I don't hate ketchup, but I don't reach for it. When I
I'm the
make it
same way.
when I now in this time of my life, when I reach for a dipping sauce, I want a little bit of spice.
Oh, me too.
So I usually go for like a buffalo
Me too. I love buffalo.
or like a spicy mayo. Like I do like a
Uh-huh.
sriracha mayo
Yeah.
sometimes. Very good. Yeah,
Yeah.
like ketchup, I feel like I don't mind it, like
It's hit or
but
miss because sometimes it's too sweet. Sometimes it's not like vinegary enough for me.
yeah.
Or it tastes too
I just
generic. I don't know. Like you have to have like
yeah,
the perfect kind and it's so hard to find.
I just don't reach for it anymore.
Also the smell of ketchup. Ugh,
Oh, it's really
I think of like toddlers with like crusted ketchup around their
I'm
face. I'm
weak.
like, I don't want it. Get it away from me.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
Yeah.
Wait, so okay. I don't think I said the other cuisines that I like.
Oh, go on.
I
Oh,
just
I think you
realized
said
that.
Italian, you said Mexican.
Italian, Mexican. I love Japanese,
Oh,
or
yeah.
rather, you know what? I'm just gonna generalize and say East Asian because they have a lot of similar flavors going on. And
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
had a
what about
lot of different
Indian?
ones. Oh, I love Indian food.
Mhm.
I want to have like actual Indian food because
Yeah,
all I know is like curry, and that's not actual Indian food. Like it's not
right.
like Indian cultural food. It was like a food that I think the English brought to India when they
Oh,
were
really?
there.
I don't
And
know
like
all those facts.
and Indians like kind of zhuzhed it up and like have their own
Yeah.
thing. Curry is so good, by the way. But like I want to go to like an Indian restaurant and like have, genuine Indian food. Because I always see these like recipes of like actual cultural dishes from like certain areas of India and they look so good. And like
Yeah.
I love spice, you know? So it's
No,
like
no, me too. Me too, me too.
but I've never like been to like an actual Indian restaurant, so I would love to go
Same.
to one. I'm trying to think of others. Oh my God, my brain just like emptied. It,
You like European foods?
they're all
No.
the same.
Ooh. English food, beans on toast. Ooh.
Please,
Baked beans.
please.
I don't like baked beans. I think they're so gross.
However, the Irish and Scottish know what they're doing with shepherd's pie. I must say that.
Okay.
That shepherd's pie is one of my favorite dishes ever. Ever. Oh my God. So good. Like it's like the best things in one thing. It's like it's just so good. I made
It's
it
like
one
everything
time.
mixed together,
It's
right?
just it's everything good mixed together. And
Yeah.
it's so easy to make too.
Mhm.
But and it's
My
so good in
mom
the
loves it.
winter. Ugh. Like I made it one time and like I put like Guinness in the saucy meat and I
Ooh.
made like garlic mash for like the
Okay, chef.
potatoes. Okay. Okay, chef. Um oh my God, it was so good. It was so good. Oh my gosh.
Mm.
Now I just really want shepherd's pie.
Okay, when you cook, do you cook with love or do you cook with hate and rage?
I cook with chaos.
Right. Okay.
I'm like, I have such a sense of urgency when I cook. Like, I'm like, if I don't get this done before 8 o'clock, I will die. Like, I literally, when I cook, I'm like, like right then and there, everyone needs to leave the kitchen. You know what? I can't do that. Like, oh, cooking together is so romantic. Like, get the fuck out of my kitchen right now. Like, if I were dating someone and they were like, I want to cook with you, like, that'd be a cute date idea. I'd be like, you better get the fuck out of this kitchen right now. Not while I have a dinner rush. This is a Michelin star restaurant right now.
Right, right.
Like I am a James Beard award winning chef. You need to get the fuck out of my kitchen. Like if you help me, you need to say yes, chef. Like you need to leave. Get the fuck off my expo. Sorry. I finished watching The Bear
It's so
recently.
good. It's so good. I love it. That's why I said, okay, chef. Hi, chef.
Yes, chef. I need hands. Like I literally, oh my
Yeah.
God, I love that show. But yeah, no, but that's literally me. You know, like the part where he yells at Sid, he's like, "Get the fuck off my expo." That's me in the kitchen. Like that's
Yeah.
literally me in the kitchen.
It's weird, like, watching that show after, like, working in so many restaurants too, because like, it's so, like, realistic. It's so
PTSD.
real. Like, all the lingo too. Oh,
Yeah. I just like I love that show. But yeah, I can't do that romantic cooking in the kitchen
yeah.
thing because
It's tough.
like I literally my family knows that when I'm cooking to leave the premises.
Right.
I need silence and I need no one in the room. You know, you're in the room, you're breathing way too loud, and I need you to leave. Um, but yeah, I love to cook though. You
Yeah.
know, I feel like that like probably seems like it's an unenjoyable experience
But the
for me, but
chaos
it's
comes from
not.
caring so much about what you're preparing.
Yes, and I am having fun when I cook. And that's why
Yeah.
I need people to leave because it is like therapeutic for me. Um and I just love to do it. And I the thing is I love to cook for other people.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Not
feel
in
you on
like
that
a
one.
restaurant context, in
But like
like
for friends and family, like it feels like
yeah.
watching do you watch them eat and like see if they like it
I'm
and like
like, you know, when I
yeah.
cook for people and they're like, this is so good, that like boosts my ego. Maybe it's my Leo rising.
No, but it
Please
does
tell
feel
me I'm
good. No,
perfect.
I
Please tell
relate
me
to
I'm
you in
perfect.
that way too, because like I am also chaos and want everyone out of the
Mhm.
kitchen when I'm like baking or cooking. And then I don't like to like even eat it myself. I like to see other people
Oh
eat
my
it.
God. Yeah, no, literally.
Because I get too anxious to eat it. I'm like, ooh, let's
Yeah.
do this.
I put all my energy into cooking it and I'm like,
Yeah.
well, I don't want it anymore now.
No, literally.
Um,
But it's more
but
enjoyable to see other people enjoy it.
yes, exactly. And like that's like one of the thing like that's been one of my like childhood dreams is to like have dinner parties. Like I want that I'll know that I made it when I just
No
have
way.
dinner
That is
parties.
cool.
I
Wait, dinner
I just
parties are
want to have dinner
cool.
parties. I just want to have dinner parties. I want to have cute like
Yeah, with all
fancy
your
dinner parties.
friends.
I want my friends to come over. I want there to be candles and I want there to be flowers and I want there to be decorations and I
Oh,
want there to be like cute place settings and I want it to be like a weekly thing and like I want people to bring desserts and shit.
yeah.
And I want people to get dressed up a little bit, you know. And I don't know, like I just love dinner parties.
They're
Um
cute. They are.
they
They are.
are they are and the thing is like it's like the only like I am a feminist. I don't believe in gender roles, but
Right.
the kitchen is my space.
No, I always okay when I cook,
Like
I'm always like, this is so womanly of me.
I'm like this is so feminine. Oh my God, this is so gender role of
No,
me.
literally, that's how I think. I'm like, whoa. Me
Wow,
when
this
I
is
cook
so
and clean,
vintage.
what's going on?
Oh
The
my God,
feminism leaving my body.
I'm being so retro right now.
No, literally. I'm
No, but like
cosplaying
literally.
1950s role playing.
No, but like, you know, if I were to ever get into like a relationship, I feel like one of like the dates would have to be me like cooking for them, you
And then
know?
another date would be them cooking for you.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
Are you judgmental of other people's like food?
I am of my dad's,
Yeah.
but like that's because he's a Virgo and I need to be.
Mm.
That's because like I am of his cooking because like he thinks that he's like Michelin star chef and I'm like it's just all right, you know? Like I just need to. The thing is I'm never dishonest.
That's good though.
That's the thing. I'm never dishonest,
Hmm.
you know? But I like need to make fun of him. So-
But also it humbles him and it makes him work better, like work
exactly.
towards doing more. So
And
that's good. I don't think it's bad.
I just believe in telling Virgo men that they've done something wrong. I just think it's funny.
No, it is. It is. You know me
I
and Virgo
think
man. I'm like,
I
ugh.
think I just really need to tell Virgo men when they've like lacked somewhere.
It changes them.
Exactly. And like I'm not
They're
a toxic
shaking.
person. And the thing is like I work very hard not to be a toxic person. So I'm like I'm allowed that a little bit.
Hmm.
I'm allowed to get them a little bit, you know? Because
Get it.
Virgo men are just kind of like wow.
They do
But
it to themselves
exactly, they set themselves up,
and
you
everybody
know.
else.
Mm,
Hmm.
mm. See, but
You know what I love? That
mm,
both your parents cook.
yes. Yes, they do.
I love that.
My mom cooked dinner last night and it was excellent. She made um goulash,
Oh,
Hungarian
a
goulash.
goulash. I don't think
Very
I've ever
yummy.
had that.
She flipped that little crock pot on and she got to work and I loved that for her. And it was very good. Um
Eh. Do they try a lot of like new recipes or are they like do they stick to the
my
basics of
mom
what they know?
does. My mom
Oh,
likes looking at new recipes and saving them and trying them, and but my dad is like, once again, he like believes like what he says is like law.
yeah. So he
So
sticks to what he
he's
knows.
very like faithful to doing like the same things all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But that's like problematic for me because I get tired of them,
Oh.
which is why I hate peas because I got tired of them because
Oh, he made peas
he
a
would
lot.
just they would just make peas a lot because they would get like the frozen veggies, so they would make peas all the time.
That's me with pork chops. My mom growing up
Oh my
every
God, pork
night was
chops.
pork chops. And
Oh
so
my God, pork chops.
like I
The
cannot eat pork chops.
the thing is like pork chops are like the worst meat too. Pork is the
They don't
worst.
taste good. They literally don't taste good. They're always dry or they're
Exactly.
always dry.
They're so
Like,
finicky. It doesn't matter how you cook them, they always end up dry.
mm-hmm. And
It's
there's no
ridiculous.
flavor. It's like you're eating just
It's boring.
logs.
It's
Like
boring.
my family used to try to spice it up by making them like fried and putting breading on there.
Exactly.
I'm like, ew,
Exactly. Like
nothing makes it better.
I've made like I've made katsu, which is like pan fried breaded panko breadcrumbed pork chops, and it was good, but I was like I could have done this with chicken.
Chicken's
It's
so
like,
much better,
oh yeah, chicken I feel like is probably the easiest meat to cook
and it always ends up
because
tasting the best.
exactly
I
because
love
it's
chicken.
especially like it's every time I've cooked it, it's never not been juicy, you know?
Right, right. If you're making
He
a dry chicken, you did something real wrong.
Yeah, you must if you just like get a
Left it out in the
recipe,
sun.
oh my God, really? If you just like get a recipe and follow the instructions, you really should not have an issue. I'm trying
It's
to
the
think.
easiest.
Oh my God, I knew this one guy one time that he didn't even know how to boil water.
Oh,
And I was like,
huh? Like, huh?
I was like, "What?" He's like, "Yeah, I didn't even know how to boil water." And I was like, "You just put it in the fucking pot and on the
Yeah,
stove."
yeah. And he's
What do
like,
you
oh,
mean? You don't know how
what?
to, you just turn it on. Like, what are you talking about? He was like, "Oh, I just didn't know. My girlfriend had to show me." I was
Uh,
like,
you know what? I relate to that though. There's someone in my life, he cannot he doesn't know how to cook anything but noodles. Like he makes noodles and that's it. And then I'm like, oh,
parents,
have you ever made scrambled eggs or like anything? He's like, never really tried it. I'm like,
parents,
eggs are like the
I
easiest thing to make.
I am begging you to let go of that internalized misogyny and to teach these boys how to
Just
cook for
cook. No,
themselves.
but even like simple things. Cause like, how do you not know how to make simple things, huh?
Like
You
you
don't
need to
even
be
need
teaching these
skills.
kids
It's literally
you,
some of it's just
you
basics.
I'm saying you need to be teaching these boys how to fucking act. I'm so
Mhm.
serious because if I get into a relationship with a guy and he's like, "Oh my God, how did you do this?" and it's just make pasta, I'm gonna have an issue. I'm gonna have to step in. It's ridiculous. I
Most
can't.
cooking is just heating things up.
Honestly, I
Literally.
cannot. You don't need to be knowing how to like make like tartar. I don't care. You just why do you not know how to boil water? Like that's ridiculous. That is
That's a
ridiculous.
whole new level though, huh?
That's like
Because that they teach you that in like first grade.
that's literally
They're like, this is how water boils on
like
heat.
oh my God.
Huh?
Oh my God. I I can't. If I ever, oh my, I would laugh in his face. If I was dating someone and he was like, I don't know how to cook an egg, I would laugh in his face. I don't
For
care if he
sure.
was embarrassed, I would laugh in his face because how do you not know how to do that?
But also there's so many different ways to cook an egg. Like you don't know one, huh?
Exactly. Like you don't know how to scramble eggs? Please be serious.
Put it in the microwave at the very least. Like,
Honestly. Like drop that whole egg into a pot of boiling water and let it sit at that point. You know? I can't. I can't. I really can't. It makes me
some
laugh.
people,
It
some
makes me
people.
laugh because it's like I do cook a lot and I know how to make a lot of things
Mhm.
and like
I want to get to your level. Like I love cooking, but I feel like you're what I aspire to be. I see the stuff you make and I'm like, wish that was me. Wish that was me. I get envious. I'm like, why is that not me?
I'm weak. I just, you know what? Like I literally I love to cook. I
Yeah.
do. I love to cook. It's just so fun and I love to bake and I like when I make things and people eat it and they're happy.
Yeah.
You know, like one time I made steak. I made skirt steak one time and it was my first time cooking it. And my dad ate it and I need like he's the type he's like he has a too much gene. He
Yeah.
has a too much gene. Like oh my God, he will like brine meat, marinate it, throw all this shit on it, do this like super crazy science experiment just to cook a meat and it's subpar. And then what I do, like I put a little salt and pepper, I cook it in a pan and I hit it with some butter and I let it sit and it's like perfectly cooked and it's like
Now, what
buttery and
does your
shit.
family think of your food? What does your dad say? Is he always impressed?
Well, I was getting that I cooked like skirt steak for the first time that one time and I
Mhm.
did it like in a really simple way, like pan
Right.
seared and like basted it with butter and garlic. And he was like, "This is better than I make it." And I was
Oh,
like,
so he actually like gives you props. He's always
he
like,
like actually admitted that it was better than however, he's like, "This is better than any time I've cooked it." And I
"Oh,
was like, "See what
see, at least
simplicity
he's not
does?"
too pride,
Yeah,
like have too
yeah,
much pride. You know,
yeah,
he's still so
yeah.
human."
But like I I can't. That was he does like all this shit and I'm like, why do you do it? Doesn't need to be that complicated. He overcomplicates things. And the
Yeah.
thing is like he's the type of person that if we go out to a restaurant and he has something new that he's never made before, he's like, I need to learn how to make this. And then he'll
Oh.
find a recipe and he'll go off script first time making it.
He's like,
And then
let me add a
yeah,
little
he's
let
like,
the too much
actually
be."
I think it should be like this. And then it doesn't come out good.
But you know what? At least he's experimenting, because that kinda goes against,
But
like, the thing where he's like,
listen,
"Let me do what well, I guess that goes with it the things he already
the
knows."
thing is
Because like
I don't care about experimenting, but
yeah,
at least make it a couple times first. Like
true,
he'll
true.
go first round
That's
tackling
right. Yeah,
something
that's kinda
and
weird.
just like
Yeah.
and like just not following the recipe. I'm like and he's like, "Oh, it didn't turn out well." I was like, "Well, did you follow the recipe? Because it should have turned out fine if you actually followed the fucking instructions." And he's like, "Well, no, I did this, and that." And I'm like, "Well, what'd you expect?" And then he'll be like, "How is this so good whenever I make things?" And I'm like, "It's because I followed the recipe that I printed up." What the hell? Like there's things that I've made a few times now that I know the recipe, I know what I need and how much I need it and when it goes in and stuff like that, that I can kind of go a little off script, if it calls for this alcohol, I can use a different alcohol. If it calls for this tomato, I can use that tomato. If it calls for this thing, I can use that thing instead. Like because I know I know how it should taste, I know how it should look. So it's like I know what to look for. But he does it. He'll print out a recipe, and he'll just like go off script. Like, what'd you print it out for then?
Jeez.
I can't. He's so silly.
Silly boy.
Such a silly little man. But yeah, one of the things that I literally look forward to, like with getting into a relationship, is cooking for my person. Which
Yeah, yeah,
I think is
yeah.
just so corny, but like I just want to
No,
cook for
no,
them.
I feel you on that. I feel you.
I want to like show up to like visit them with like a little Tupperware and be like,
I've done that with my guy recently. Like I made him cookies before and I'm like, "Eat them."
yeah, like I just want to like show up, like whenever have like lunch with
Yeah.
him and be like, I brought you something, or like make him a
No,
little
it's
lunch.
cute. It is cute. It feels so
Yeah,
satisfying too. Oh, I love it.
exactly. Like I just want to like cook for someone. And it's not because like it's not because like my love language is acts of service. It's because I'm a Leo rising and I need you to like praise me.
Food, it's good.
Oh, one more thing to talk about before we wrap
Okay.
it up. What is your favorite meal of the day? Breakfast, lunch, dinner, dessert, snack time.
Snack. Because here's the thing, I rarely ever eat a meal. I'm a
Mm.
snacker. I think we went over this. We're probably both
Mhm.
snackers, right?
Yeah. Although I must say,
Say it.
my favorite my favorite meal I think is between lunch and dinner.
Mm.
I just like I'm not big on breakfast,
Ooh,
I
because you don't
like
like
breakfast.
eggs.
The thing is I like breakfast foods, like
Mhm.
pancakes, waffles, that kind of stuff, bacon. But it's just like I don't know. I like having them. not in the morning.
No, because it's so heavy in the morning. I
Yeah,
don't
I
Every time I eat like a breakfast food in the morning, I'm hurting the rest of the day.
also,
It's weird.
what is your opinion on brunch?
I'm not a hater. I feel like I
Yeah.
typically probably would have brunch more than breakfast because
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm not gonna wake up super early to go somewhere. I
I
used to
feel
work
like
at a
yeah,
breakfast cafe, so I would be watching people eat breakfast, but then I would eat like lunch or brunch because my
yeah.
shift would be.
I feel like yeah, brunch I feel like is a more reasonable time to have pancakes and shit.
Oh, same.
But yeah, lunch and dinner I think are really great times to eat. I love dinner. I love a dinner, going out to dinner,
Uh-huh.
a dinner party. I love a dinner, you know. I love a
Ooh.
nice steak dinner with a little bit of wine at like 7:30 p.m. I think that is a very lovely experience.
Mm.
Um, or crab, seafood, very good.
Ooh. Oh, we did talk about seafood. I love
Hmm.
seafood.
Scallops, love a scallop.
Mm. How's shrimp? You like shrimp?
Yes.
Crawfish?
I love most seafood.
Yeah. Is there
I
seafood
don't
you don't like?
I do not mess with caviar fish eggs. I
I've
don't fuck
never
with
had
that.
it.
I don't fuck with that. I don't do that.
It
I'm
seems
sorry.
very salty.
It's all I've heard.
Yeah.
I don't mess with that. I'm good. I have enough eggs in me, you
Right.
know? I don't need to be
Oh, so you've
messing with
never
that.
tried it?
No, and I don't want to, and I'm never
I
going
feel
to.
like I would be open to trying it.
I'm very much a try before you make an opinion,
Judging, yeah. But you're like,
but
not with
that
caviar.
is
It
something that
looks
I
goopy,
put the
it
foot
looks
down.
stinky,
It doesn't look appetizing,
it looks like boba.
but like I have a
Put it
problem
in
with
my
boba.
tea.
I wish I liked boba. It looks so fun.
I know
Whenever
I
people
don't I
say
don't like
I
boba
like boba,
either.
I get stressed out by it.
No, me too. I feel like I'm gonna choke every sip.
But I love a scallop. Scallops are so good. There is a dish that I get every time I go to this restaurant that my dad's been going to since before he met my mom. So we've been going to it like all the time,
Mm,
ever, like the entire time I've been alive. There's a dish I get, and it is crab stuffed scallops. And they serve
that
you
sounds so good.
all these little tiny scallops served in a scallop shell, two scallop shells, and two halves. And there's just like mounds of like crab
Crab meat.
just like piled on top of it. It's like a little
Ooh,
treasure hunt.
oh my God. It's
I like dig out the little
oh,
scallops and I have it's so fun. It's
that
like
sounds
it's
fun.
like
What?
dinner in a show, It's like a little treasure hunt and
They say don't play with your food, but you are.
I have all the fun in the world. And
Oh
it is
my
so
God.
good. And I just eat it up. I eat the entire thing. It is so good. Um
I love me fish and chips. That's the Brit in me.
mm,
I love me a fish and chips. I order fish and chips
how?
everywhere.
I love a fish and chip. I love a beer battered, hard
Ooh.
casing on a fish and chip.
What was
I
that
want to
one seafood restaurant that was fast food? Long John Silver's?
Arthur Treacher's.
Oh, you didn't have Long John
Well, I
Silver's.
know what Long John Silver's is, but I've
Wanna
never
hear
been
something
to one.
gross? They used to make like a merged Long John Silver's with KFC, so it'd be like fried chicken and fried fish. I mean, I guess that kind of makes sense, but it was weird.
There's at the mall, they have like a Nathan's and Arthur Treacher's kind of mix, which doesn't make any sense because Arthur Treacher's is fish and chips and Nathan's is hot dogs. But like if why are you getting fish from a fast food place?
No, that's what like. Honestly, you gotta be careful where you get your seafood because you're gonna get sick.
Exactly.
There's this wing place. I would order their like seafood sometimes just because like they'd have like shrimp or like I like seafood, and I would get sick every time.
I just think you really can't trust the seafood at a fast food place.
Mm-hmm. It
But
always depends.
exactly. But yeah. Maybe we should wrap it up.
Yeah, that's true.
I
That's
don't have
true.
anything else to say
No, me
about food.
neither. I was trying to think.
That's
That is
all.
not the.
That's all. Now
That was food.
I just want scallops now.
Are you hungry? I bet
Yeah, I
everyone
want
watching this is
scallops
like,
now. Yeah. The dummies are going whoa 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 whoa. But yeah, that's food. Let us know what your food preferences are, whether you agree or disagree with us. I don't care how you feel about tomatoes because they're good,
we love tomatoes.
and
Mm.
that is a fact. And I know it's a popular thing to hate on tomatoes, but
Oh,
you're all wrong.
one last
So,
thing. Salty or sweet food, if you had to choose for the rest of your life.
mm,
Salty for me.
there was a time where I would have said sweet,
Mm,
but it's gonna have to be savories for me. It's
yeah.
gonna have to be salty. I
There's more
just
to it, and you can eat it anytime.
Yeah, I've grown up, I've matured, I've learned, I've gone through puberty. I don't crave sweetness
I
like
used
I
to think
do.
I could never get sick of sweet things.
I
I'm
do
at that
now.
age. Yeah, I used to be like,
I
nothing's
do
sweet
now.
enough for me. I would stack on sugar. Ooh, no, everything's too sweet now. So bad.
Like I love sweet things. I do have a sweet tooth, but I would choose salty.
Any day.
I just feel like it's a more you could have more of it.
Mm-hmm.
Not like overly salty, but like savory foods.
Yeah,
Like I
like,
just feel like
yeah,
I feel like I could have more of like a potato than a cake,
cake.
you know.
Yeah.
But
Ooh, you
yeah,
ever had potato candy?
no.
My grandma makes it. It's so bad. I mean, it's so good. Well, okay, it's weird. It's weird. It's like a old, like, traditional candy from traditional it's white people food, but it's like, I don't know, she makes, like, sweet potato, but it, like, is like
What is this
candy.
like? What is
I
this
don't
like?
even know how to describe it. She
Great
makes it
Depression food?
I'm gonna be yes, like, I swear I've never heard of this until my grandma's like, "We potato candy," and once she made it for my school, because we had to give, like a family recipe, and everyone was like, "Ew." It was so bad, like, everyone was like, "Ugh," and I'm like,
Oh my
"You wanna
god.
try the potato candy?" It's just imagine, like, really sweet potatoes,
Mm.
mushy, but
But
candy? I don't know.
listen, potatoes are perfect as it is.
Imagine that's not real and my grandma's just, like, mixing things together. I gotta look that up later.
That
I
just sounds
swear.
like that sounds like a
It sounds
19
fake.
it sounds like a Great Depression meal.
No, it does. I'm gonna look it up in a minute, I'm not kidding. Let's end this and I'm gonna look that shit.
Okay. Um See you later, you guys.
Bye, guys, that
With
was so
on that
fun.
note, see you
I feel like that
later.
was even though we were, like, angry, I feel like this episode turned out, like, really, like,
Fun.
easygoing and fun.
Yeah. Um
Okay.
The Car by Arctic Monkeys
Oh, the
out
car. We can't
October
wait.
21st
We can't
stream.
wait. We
You
can't
know, I've already got
Your pre-order.
my pre-order on the album, and don't buy tickets. I want tickets, so don't buy them. No
Yeah,
one else
same.
go. I want to be the only one in
They're
the
canceled,
arena
you
or
can't
whatever.
go.
Yeah, they're actually not doing any tour dates. This is going to be just an album release. They're not doing any tour dates, so don't even bother looking. If you get an email, it's wrong. Um, yeah, October 21st, stream The Car, number one already, triple platinum on the Dana charts already.
Vroom,
Hasn't even
vroom.
come out. Vroom vroom, bitches know you can't catch me. Charlie XCX, the ancient proverbial
Profit.
bunk goddess prophet. Goodbye.
Bye-bye. See you next week. Wee, wee, wee. Oh, and by the time next episode comes out, we would have seen each other in person again. We're about to be
Yes. Oh my
reunited this
god.
weekend. Ah.